Well, good morning or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. This is a new video that is going to be different. As you're not seeing my face, you're going to see my newsletter. I talk to people all the time about the newsletter, and they say they don't see it, or if they do see it, maybe they don't really go through it. So today, I was just going to kind of introduce it to everybody and how we use it. So if you follow along, right here, it says never miss a practice tip again. If you like our Facebook page, we're going to be sending out all of our tips to be on the Facebook page, and we have some new ones we're creating right now. Not just the ones here on the video is just a weekly message. These aren't the tips that we're talking about. I'm putting together a bunch of tips. I just recorded yesterday a video. It's a welcome video. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. And it's kind of a little bit about my life, how I got involved with chiropractic, how I first started out, and the life that I created, the house I built, and just kind of, it's some people might say it's a brag video. It's not a brag video, but I did show some of my history just to let people realize, that, what I've done and how great chiropractic has been for me. The article here, How Do You Define Success, begins here. That if you click right there, it takes you to the rest of the blog to read these articles. And these articles are just obviously my opinions. Register for ChiroThrive 212. On April 19th, that's the following week, my interview will be played. And the ChiroThrive basically is put together. It's an interview with Garrett Genderson. He's the New York Times bestseller. He wrote the book Killing Sacred Cows, and he talks a lot about investment strategies for doctors especially. He himself he and I have traveled the same roads. I have done a lot of investing in the past, and I put a lot of money into areas that I ended up losing money in. He's done the same thing, and over the years we've kind of looked at everything and realized if we could minimize our taxes and maximize our future wealth, that we'd have the best life there is to have, and that's the life we're going for. And he actually is putting this together to introduce chiropractors to some more successful ideas. Our interview was really good. I enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it yourself. So if you click here to register, that's for all of them. But at least check out mine. It'll be April 19th. It airs at 10 a.m. Thursday morning at 10. Now, the Health News and Views newsletter is something that we create. It's a generic newsletter on health. It's not really strong on just chiropractic, and I'll tell you why. It's for a reason. The idea that the healthcare message to the world, the paradigm is sick care, and the paradigm of chiropractic is actually healthcare. A lot of people look at chiropractic as a back pain modality, and the way to bridge this gap is to enter into people's life, giving it other information rather than just correct your subluxations. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with that idea, but over the years, 13 clinics later, I realized the best way to bridge the gap with people was to talk at their level of understanding. Walking into a group and starting to be very heavy on chiropractic philosophy and subluxation and interference sometimes just blows people away. How many times have you been to some place where they're giving valid information, but it's over your head and you don't understand it? It's not that subluxation is such a big word that's over people's heads. It's just not part of their consciousness. The idea that the body is a self-regulating, self-healing mechanism is strange to people. They believe that they need a doctor to maintain health through drugs and surgery and all kinds of stuff. So the Health News and Views letter is a way to reach out every month to your practice. Now, our service is pretty cool. We actually prepare the newsletter. We put an offer on the back for every month for you to do some promotions, and then we send you the PDF so that you can actually print some to have to hand out. But we also directly mail it to your list, so that all your patients get it every month. And it's a connector. It keeps in connection with them. It's silly. It's got some some recipes in there and different types of things, so that but it keeps you connected to your patients. Understand that chiropractic, the best thing to do is stay connected to your community. And then if you're at the top of their consciousness, they're going to want to respond to you. And at $97 a month, you're crazy not to do this. Believe me, it costs that much to put together some of the articles. But by the time you try to do this on your own, you spend a lot more money just mocking one up. Allow us to mock it up for you, and also email it to your patients, and it's a great service. It says here announcing Dr. Parker's new chiropractic novel, Social Outcast. As of this taping, 2 days ago, I sent in my final edit. I've put it out there a few times. I've had some people read it. I've reread it again, and I keep noticing things in the edits that I wanted to change. In fact, the first edit that I sent out to a few people, I ended up missing about a chapter that somehow got lost in the edit. And it was almost the meat of the entire message. So, I'm glad that I sent it out to have people read it, because it became relevant to me. A few people came back and they made a few comments on the book. They liked it. They thought there's some things that they need to be addressed, and I did. But also by rereading it, I noticed an entire chapter missing that somehow got lost in the edit. So it's done now, and I like it. Let me tell you about it. Basically, it's about my story of becoming a chiropractic patient when I was 13 and going to a chiropractor who just basically gave me one adjustment and left me alone. Over the next 6 years, I degenerated severe problems. And then I went to a chiropractor that told me the story. And I talk in the book about being sick in this society, and how cruel children are to people who are not, quote, normal. And so you'll start realizing as a chiropractor, your duty isn't just to get people out of pain. And in many situations, you impact people at a much deeper level than you'll ever understand. And so I told my story, and then entering chiropractic in 1977, how difficult it was, to promote chiropractic with no ability for insurance. And no insurance, no advertising was available. How do we build practices back in the 70s? And those keys are actually keys for the today. As things are getting tougher and tougher in reimbursement and insurance, you'll learn a lot. I always say success leaves clues, but you'll learn a lot how we built practices back then, and maybe look at how to focus today and overcome maybe things that are challenging you. So Social Outcast is there, and I'm going to be setting up a website for that. And for a while, it's going to be a free download, so you can just download a copy and read it. And hopefully it helps you. Let me see. Sign up for Bruce's Tips today. Bruce's Tips are going to be an ongoing series of tips. It's on another website, and I'm going to be doing an ongoing series of them. And every so often they'll be sent to you automatically if you sign up for them, probably once a week. We don't want to overkill it. But ideas, that were foundational things that really impacted my ability to have 13 clinics. I start off basically talking about just my story, how I got involved and what I did, and then I'm going to go through the process, of just things you need to put in mind. It's not all just a bunch of procedures or tips how to get new patients. So I'll tell you that right now. It's not new patients that we need all the time. Yes, we do need some, but more importantly, we need to realize, that you don't need new patients if you're maintaining patients, if you're retaining. So a lot of the things I'm going to talk about were the systems and things that I put in place that caused, a massive understanding of chiropractic and massive retention. So there's things that you can learn besides more ways just to get new patients. Because most people that need more and more new patients, they need them because they can't keep the ones they got. And that's where I want to start to focus, keeping patients. Over here's a little question on how you rank online. This is some situations, some ideas for, some online strategies. You can read that. Back to the Chiro Thrive. And that's it. Now we have also with the online program, we're affiliated with a company, Biz Marketing Machines. We have clients right now that are using the websites and the social media management that we're doing with our Biz Marketing Machines. And I own that company, by the way, so everything's transparent here. But it's just because I own it. I'm not doing the work on it. We have people that are doing it. The good news is we got clients right now getting new patients off of it. we're ranking on Google on the first page in a matter of days sometimes, or weeks at the most. We've learned a lot. We also have an automatic marketing program online that's going to allow you to automatically market your program. So check into that. Go to bizmarketingmachines.com. Just as it's spelled right here, bizmarketingmachines.com, and go through and just kind of see what the program is all about. You'll be happy you did. It's a great program. So pretty much that's about it for the day. I hope you have the best week you've ever had in a long time, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.